All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty, and maybe you can speak to how your family reacts now that you've put your eyes and your hands on the work there, the trafficking, the drug smuggling. I mean, the border is a really dangerous area. It's not just women with children trying to get into the United States and get a better life. There's a lot of really bad things that happen at the border. Have your family changed their minds about your work?
They have to some extent, right? But it took for my entire family to actually be threatened. So Border Patrol constantly discusses the cross-border violence that takes place in South Texas and along the stretch of the entire border. And it exists. It happened to me shortly, about 6 months after beginning my job with Border Patrol. A gentleman that maybe I shouldn't call him gentleman, but a man that I grew up with, he used to be my neighbor, saw me working at a checkpoint, and it dawned on him that he could threaten me, threaten my entire family, if I did not allow him to go through that checkpoint with illicit drugs. So my family was threatened. I did what I had to do. I reported it to the agency. The agency took care of me, took care of the family, took care of the threat.
Is that common for Border Patrol agents?
It is common. It is common. Maybe not as common as one would think, but it does happen.
Is there an expectation that if you are of Mexican descent, you're going to look the other way while people commit crimes?
I don't think it's so much an expectation. I think it's more the fact that they think you've turned your back on them. Not so much that they expect you to do something for them. It's more that how is it that you can do this to your own people?
I want to just wrap with this. We've been seeing images of the overcrowding, right? We're hearing about women drinking out of toilets, kids in cages. But I have to imagine that if you have a facility that can hold, and we talked about this already, that if you hold X number of people, if double the number of people show up and have to be processed, the media is going to get a very nice picture that looks like people are all on top of each other with the emergency blankets. But I have to imagine as the Border Patrol works through these cases, works through this process, in about an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, that number, the people are not going to be on top of each other. Like you said, there'll be an output. So the media is feeding the voting public these like horrible images, but they really aren't accurate portrayals of what goes on at the border.
So this is what I don't understand with regards to that, because back in April and in May, CBP actually pushed out photographs of our facilities completely overwhelmed, completely overcrowded. Facilities that had to erect military tents outside in their own parking lots. Far more bad image or picture than what the DHS OIG report just came out with, and also what these Congress folks are putting out with the media. So why were those images ignored back then when it came directly from us? That's the question I want answered.